Hello everyone, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Count Silver, and today we are back with more How to Raise a Wolf Girl. The last time we played, we had some confrontational stuff happening with Chihiro and God, why can't I think of her name? Iroha. And she kind of walked out and was crying. It was very emotional. And here we're picking up from that point, moving forward. We haven't gone past that little walkout that she did. I assume we're gonna see her at the convenience store, but we'll find out, I suppose. Anyway, let's get started today. That night, during my part-time shift, there she is. I should have known. It's like my brain was already working at maximum capacity before we even started today. Oh, hey. She's a regular and all, but it's still a surprise to see Katsugai come in. Sorry, I've got some nerves showing up here, huh? You're fine. You're fine. Honestly, the reaction was, I guess, justifiable, in a sense. Not much choice if you're here to shop, right? There's, like, no other convenience stores in the neighborhood. No, I'm not here to buy anything. Oh, she's here to see me? She's here to see me? Then what's she here for? I swear, I think they word stuff like that on purpose sometimes, but it's like, it makes it difficult for me to actually say it. I'm unsure how to react, so I just wait for her to continue. Well, I'm not sure why she's here, and it seems like she's having trouble getting to it herself. How are you feeling now? Still a little out of it, to be honest. Guess her stomach's still in pain. Which means she's still feeling stressed out even now. Shouldn't you head home and rest instead? I couldn't stop thinking about stuff, and it felt like I wasn't going to get any better. Still, is she fine with digging up what happened earlier at lunch? I want to talk to you about something. Though still reluctant, she finally comes around to it. After work, you think we could maybe talk? Alright. Sorry, it won't take long. I'll be waiting outside. No, you can wait I don't think I'll be able to calm down. I see. It's a very private, very personal matter. She fires off that explanation and quickly leaves the store. Going on a date? Whoa! You were there? I just happened to hear. So? Did it even sound remotely like we were making plans for a date? Not in the slightest. She probably wants to ask me for advice. Well then, I felt bad making her wait out there in the cold. Just finish up what you're doing right now and you can leave early. I really don't thank the boss often enough for being so understanding and accommodating. But what a guy. I probably don't get paid. Sad. Oh well, what can you do? After that, I finish what I'm doing, give him my thanks, and head out. Already done? Feel like you're not usually off this early. Katsugai's right outside the store, standing by the curb. The night's already chilly and about to get even colder, but she's still standing out here waiting. What are you even doing? Here, take this. I hand her a can of hot chocolate I just bought from the store. Oh, thanks. Think you can keep it down? Hot chocolate shouldn't be too hard on your stomach, I think. Yeah, I'll drink it later. Oh, I should pay you back. Forget about it. Anyway, what do you want to talk about? Again, she seems reluctant to speak. I simply stare back and wait for her to mentally prepare herself. Okay, could you come with me? Just a little ways? Hey! After steeled herself, she walks off. No point trying to stop her, so I just follow her lead. I assume she's taking us somewhere important from the past. Katsugai eventually stops. This is it. Just a small, unremarkable corner in the residential area. This is where she used to live? I guarantee that's what this is. This is where the house was, or whatever was here. This is what? I asked Katsugai, her back still turned to me, as she stares at the empty lot. I knew it. See, this is where Iroha's house used to be. Oh, I see. You still haven't brought her here? No, not yet. You can't say you still haven't brought her here. I don't know. I didn't know. We did think that we ought to eventually, but I didn't. This was not... How did you know? But we figured we shouldn't drag her all over the place since she'd just stand out. That, and we were afraid of how Iroha would react if we brought up her past. Yeah, it hasn't gone great so far. I guess that ship has sailed. Meeting Katsugai forced that confrontation. She seemed cool with it. At least, you know, from her perspective. I don't know whether she'd remember even if you brought her here, though. Especially when the actual house is gone now. I heard her parents moved out. My house isn't far from here. Makes sense, seeing how you were friends. Both my parents worked all day, so I played here most days. In a sense, they looked after me too. The two of you got along well? I think so. I don't know how Iroha felt about me at the time, though. Hey, I'm sure you were important to her, just like how she still feels. I guess so. That just makes it worse. If she cared about you? Katsugai puts a hand to her stomach, apparently unaware of it. You didn't like Iroha that much? Don't be ridiculous. I loved her to death. I don't get where this is going. I mean, you'd have had to be crazy not to like her. She was so kind and so clever. She was a good girl. Then what was the problem? I'm not a nice girl. I shouldn't be with Iroha. I don't deserve for her to like me. Why would... You've given nothing to implicate that you were not a nice person. Come on now. My same reaction. Come on now. What do you mean? What are you blabbering about? Back then I wasn't as mature as I am now. I'd always just do whatever I wanted. All I ever did was cause Iroha trouble. Okay, I see. Makes sense now. Katsugai starts to tell me stories from her childhood. Oh, a flashback. Oh my god, she was a brat. Jesus Christ, I wasn't expecting that. I'm so bored. I don't want to do homework anymore. She still sounds like this. That has not changed. That's bad, Chi-chan. The teacher's gonna get mad. Oh my gosh, she was a brat. She wasn't kidding. Who cares? She always gets mad at me and tells me to stay still anyway. Chi-chan, that's because you fought with the boys. Oh, she's a bit of a fighter. There'd be the two of us at a table studying, and I'd always be the one to toss the pencil away and complain. Oh, sorry, I take a sip. Hey, Iroha, let's just quit doing homework and play some games. No, we can't do that. If there's anything you don't get, I promise I'll teach you. So let's keep going, okay? Nah, you're too serious. Sorry, but unless you're done with your homework, it's gonna keep nagging at you, and you won't be able to enjoy playing. Oh my god. Her reactions are good though. No way! Playing will be fun! Chi-chan? I only ever brought her trouble. I see why she's all quiet now. She was loud back in the day. Oh, I got it! How about this? We play a game and the loser gets to do both our homework. Oh my god, I almost choked. I'm sorry. I'm still drinking a little bit of water. No wonder, I must say. But again, I don't know how old they are here. I would assume like 6 or 7 maybe around that age probably. At this point, I don't know that, but I'm just guessing. You're still a child. Like, I mean, like, you don't have to be mature at that age. You're not supposed to be. Like, sure, you might be annoying, but there's like a difference. Like, you know, like you're still a kid. Like you're still learning responsibility and maturity, and it's not something that comes right away. I don't know. I think she's being too hard on herself. That's what it is. She's being way too hard on herself. That really can't do. Oh, but it can't be a trivia game. I never win those. Wait, are we really gonna do this? What'll be good? Oh, how about a fighting game? Oh no, I don't stand a chance. I'm gonna win by default. Thanks for doing my homework. Oh my gosh, she's a bully. I remember forcing my homework onto her like that. That's supposed to be in her voice, sorry. Please. I can do it for you, but my handwriting's different, so the teacher will find out anyway. Your handwriting's too nice. Just copy my handwriting and write ugly. No, I really don't wanna. Then, Chi-chan, we're almost done already. Let's just try and finish it. When we're done, we can play that fighting game together. Plus candy? Sure. We have your favorites. Super sweet candy. Even though she wasn't good at that game, she promised me so cheerfully. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, let's do it. Iroha's better than I am. I would have already been upset as hell. I was such a spoiled brat. I remember so many people saying that we were gonna quit being my friend back then. They were gonna quit being my friend back then. Hey, Iroha. Hmm? Sometimes I really like you. Only sometimes? Only sometimes? She's taking it. Wow, no one's ever said that to me before. I like you too, Chi-chan. Well, I mean... Oh, those like high voices always get me with the water. Yeah, I think she's kind of a bully, if I'm being honest, back in the day. That was always how it was between us. Wow, you were really tsundere back then, huh? Get off my back. Still, seems like your personality's done a complete 180 from then. I've been this way a long time now. That's why I didn't have any actual friends until weirdos like you and Kana came along. Damn, weirdos. Thanks? Ah. Despite how she'd stay quiet in the corner of the classroom, she always seemed pretty headstrong. If you think I'm super serious, it's because I don't have anyone who I can really be myself with, I think. Which is to say that she doesn't feel comfortable enough for that with me, Kana, or Iroha. Well, maybe that's not quite true. I definitely have changed. I had to. She rethinks her opinion, mumbling something then hanging her head. Katsugai? I can't keep being so selfish. Because it's my fault that Iroha disappeared. What? Really? What? How is that even... Huh? Chi-chan, cheer up, okay? Go away! I hate you! What, is this not the same scene? Or are we in a... Is this a time skip? What happened? Oh no! On the day before Iroha disappeared, I threw a temper tantrum. Okay, I guess it's a different time period. Why did you win? Huh. Well, you said you wanted to fight fair and square. If I'm even losing to you at video games, I can't beat you at anything. Well, damn. She was just gifted. You know, what can you do? I don't think that's true at all. Oh my god. She really was not kidding. A temper tantrum indeed. It's so true. I hate you. You're the worst. I'm sorry. I threw that whole stupid temper tantrum because I lost her at a video game I was good at. I was just being a whiny brat and taking it out on Iroha, fighting with her for my own selfish reasons. So about tomorrow? No. Even though it wasn't Iroha's fault, she still apologized and tried to patch things up between us. We're going to the mountain for a picnic, right? Do you want to? I'm not going. You're not gonna come with us? That's what I said. I'm never playing with you again. Okay. Sorry. Iroha and I promised that we'd go picking wild vegetables in the mountain with her, her mom, and her dad. She invited me a while back, and I'd been looking forward to it, but then I turned her down the day before. This is sad that it just so happened the events fell into place the way they did, though. Like, it's not really her fault, I don't think, but it's just, you know, you would blame yourself if you did something like this before someone went missing, I guess, you know. Hey, Chi-chan! I'm not talking to you anymore. You said you wanted to see the flowers. I'm gonna pick a lot of really nice flowers for you, okay? If I bring you a lot of pretty flowers, you'd think we could be friends again? Oh my god. I'm gonna pick a whole lot of beautiful flowers just for you. Damn. That was the last thing Iroha said to me that day, before I left. And then she never returned. Let this be a lesson. Don't say shit you don't mean. But again, she was like probably 6 or 7. Kids do that all the time. And then they like the next day everything's fine. And you know, again, it just didn't have the chance. It was just it was a bad timing. It was miscommunication. She made that promise to me. That's why it's my fault. What do you mean? Why do you think Iroha got lost? Why do you think she left her parents and went deep into the mountains? You're way overthinking this. I was gonna say that. I was like, she's going too hard. When Iroha makes a promise, she keeps it. Knowing her, she left them behind, that she could find flowers to bring to me. But Chihiro, you were not there. You were not there, you don't know that. But you never even asked her yourself. I know that isn't going to convince her. Honestly, that doesn't matter. The point is, I was just being too stubborn and stupid. If only I had gone with her. Just for you to both get lost? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it would have went differently, but you don't know that, though. If we had gone together, if I hadn't left her alone. 10 years. She's tormented herself with this guilt for 10 years. It's all my fault. She says with absolute certainty. I don't have a chance of persuading her otherwise. Why won't any of you blame me for it? Yeah, Chihiro, you were not there. You don't know. I ruined Iroha's life. Behind her eyes lurks the dark burden of years of persecution. Her guilt burns so intensely that even I have trouble contradicting her. It's not your fault. Yes, it is. It's her parents' fault for not keeping an eye on her. No, it's my fault. You know, honestly, he's actually speaking a little bit of truth. Why, what happened? She didn't just get spirited away, okay? Like, what happened in between that time period where she was just, like, chilling? Like, I don't get it. It's her own fault for not taking proper care in the mountains. That's asking too much from a little kid. Okay? You just contradicted yourself, Chihiro. God, she is way too stubborn. It's all my fault. It doesn't matter what you or anyone tells me. I know it's true. You were a child. You were a child, okay? Oh my god. I keep harping on that point, but it's like, it's true. Like, you were so young. And again, kids do that, like, all the time. Kids will go from, you are my best friend in the world, I would die for you, to, I hate you and I never want to see your ugly face again. Like, it swings all the way around. Like, that just happens, especially with younger kids. Like, the emotions are everywhere. And it's fine. Like, it gets patched up usually. Like, it's just part of being that age. I sigh and give up on any further attempt to convince her. What do you think happened here after Iroha disappeared? Katsugai asks me offhandedly as she stares at the open plot of land. Iroha's parents went to the mountain over and over and over again, desperately searching for her. So I heard. I can still remember their exhausted expressions, the dark hooded eyes whenever they would look at me. She wraps her arm around herself as she remembers. You're still here playing. Why just her? Why? They're just assholes, like, to be honest. They said that to you? Katsugai nods, trembling. They're just assholes. Like, I'm floored. I'm floored right now. Iroha's mother. She had a breakdown. I could tell. Trust me, we already know about that. She and Iroha's father started fighting, and they eventually divorced. Apparently she's in a hospital somewhere now. So that's what happened. I know her mother has essentially rejected Iroha's existence, but this is the first time I've heard that she's in the hospital. So then, eventually, Iroha's dad disappeared too. The house was abandoned and eventually torn down. And it's been like this since. What does she see when she stares at that empty lot? Meanwhile, I'm still here, not having lost a thing. It's not like you did anything to them intentionally. It doesn't matter what you or anyone says to me. Oh my god, Chihiro, stop. I destroyed the family that lived here. I would hit her with a real fast, if we went back in time and you did end up going to that mountain with her family, how do you think it's going to make any difference? Genuinely. Like, sure, maybe she wouldn't have gotten that deep into the mountains doing whatever, right? But again, like, the same thing could have happened. Oh, look, Chihiro, there's pretty flowers over there. Let's go deep into the mountains. The same thing could have happened. Exact same thing. I'm just throwing that out there. It could have, the same thing may have happened. You just may have been involved in it. Oh shit, that scared me. Oh, that actually spooked me a little. I wasn't ready for that shit. Regret and remorse, self-hate and resignation. I don't need the mountain god's telepathy to understand the emotions that have torn apart Kasugai's soul for the last decade. Sorry for burdening you with all this. It's alright, but why me? Because I thought you'd listen to everything I have to say without getting angry. I'm a terrible person, huh? Katsugai. Please, don't try to force me and Iroha to make up. Just give up. I stole everything from her. I can't go on being her friend. I mean, fair enough. That's not what you want. I'm not gonna force nobody. It is what it is. That was a pretty long part of the game. I didn't expect that to be as long as it was. So I'm gonna stop there for today. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. I will be back with more of this soon, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. And I appreciate every single one of you. And as always, this has been Obediently Yours, Count Silver, signing off.